All right, so 30 minutes before I take my pre-nursing exam, and I wanted to vlog this on my YouTube channel because this is going to be, I'm going to utilize my YouTube channel to vlog my experience pursuing my nursing program, pursuing my nursing career, and it's been a long, too long of a time of me trying to even get my foot in the door of a nursing program. So for those that are clicking on here to try to figure out, okay, what's her experience, I had to take prerequisites, all right, and that's the first thing that you want to do. You want to make sure you keep a good GPA on there. I would say at least above a 3.0 throughout your whole prerequisites. I actually took the English 112, which is part of the nursing curriculum. I took it early, and I was gonna take Bio 142, which is also part of the nursing program. I was planning on taking that for the fall. Right now, I probably won't. But I did for my study. Honestly, you guys, I did not study the way I wanted to, because I had a summer online class that really took a lot of time away from me committing to study. I did purchase the modules online through the ATI testing website, and I had bought the study guide. So I did, dabble in it, but I didn't really get into it the way I wanted to because of, I'm a mother of two. I have a 4 and a 9-year-old, and, I was taking an online class, which is an 8-week course, which is double the work. For those who've taken 8-week courses instead of 12-week courses, it's like a lot of work in 1 week. So, and then trying to balance that with my kids, it really took a lot of time away from studying for the TEAS test. So I did purchase 2 of the practice tests. I took 1 practice test and I got a 74 point something overall percent on it, which was pretty good. Like every nursing program requires a different percentage. I believe mine requires like a 45, but it is a competitive field. It is a competitive program, so they always say aim high. Don't be like, oh, I'm good because I got a 45. I know our class lets us take it at least 3 times. And so I chose not to take it again. I purchased 2 of the pre-practice tests. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it today. And if I don't pass, if I get above a 45, I'm hoping it gets a lot higher than 74, which is what I got originally on my practice test. I'm going to submit my application. And if I don't get in, I'm going to retake the TEAS test after I find out whether or not I got into the spring program. And if I don't get in that, then I'm going to apply for the fall program, which that right now is questionable because I am a military spouse. And with that, for those who know, there's always that risk of you applying for a program, your husband getting orders, and then you guys being separated because you're in your program and your husband has to go and move. So that right now, it is a little up in the air whether or not I'm going to apply for the full program, but there is a possibility that I will be applying in January. So that's my plan for right now. Plan A, which is take my TEAS test, get a passing score, and then submit my application. And then for the spring program, if I don't get in that program, then I'm going to apply again in January for the fall program of next year. So whether or not, I know that life is life and you're not always going to get what you want. But if it's something that you really want to do and you're very passionate about it, keep studying, put in the work. You're going to have to make sacrifices, some things over others, and just do your best. Don't be afraid to fail, because if you are afraid to fail, you're never going to get close to that winning, that open shot. Like, there's so many things in my life that I have been afraid to fail and I didn't pursue. And when I finally got the courage, I realized I could have done this a long time ago. Even if I failed, at least I got one step closer to learning how not to do it. So that's one of the things I want to encourage whoever watches this. If you're afraid to fail, please stop doing that. That is a disservice to yourself. And failure is inevitable, and that's something I just I've always felt that you cannot be failing is part of life, and I'm learning that, and I'm passing that message on to my children and everybody that I know, because if you cannot move forward without failing. Like, you move forward, you try something, you might not going to be good at it because you're human and you're not always going to hit the target, but that doesn't mean you should never attempt. The more and more attempts you make to try to get that target, hit the target that you want, the closer you will get, the more practice you will get, the better you will get. So, like, I got like a 3.2 GPA in high school. I didn't consider myself one of the smart students, but I am a hard worker. And I know when I put in the work, I see results. And so I want to encourage you guys to just pursue what it is that you love to do. And when it comes to the nursing program, it's different at every state. So make sure you look at the details at the fine print of how to go about the application process, what exactly is required before you submit your application. And, make sure you stay organized with your study time. That was something that I attempted to do. And I did put in some work. I did take Bio 141 prior to today. I took it last fall. I did take Math 154, which was a required prerequisite. So taking Bio 142, taking Math 154, then I took English 112 this summer. So those 3 courses, I honestly feel like is the reason why I got a 74 on my first practice test, because they really gave me a good fundamental core on understanding on those 4 areas, which was reading, English, science, and math. And when I took the practice test, I finished in 203 minutes, and they give you 209 minutes. And they recommend you to stay within each section, only focus a certain time. So that's about it, you guys. I'm about to let this go and just kind of relax my mind. I'll keep y'all posted on what happens.